When you put flat shoes on, I'm going to have to stand up for this, you see. When you put flat shoes on, I'll just take these off. I've got to do this. But you stand like that and your stomach comes out. See? Like that. Yeah. And then you're a bit... So you feel a bit sluggish. Now, as soon as you put heels on... And then you sort of clench because you're trying to balance. I'm clenching. You see, my pelvic floor, I tell you what.
It's not on the floor, hey!
So I do like heels. I feel very uncomfortable in flats. I don't wear flats.
I can't see you.
No.
I have to say, my mother says the same thing. My mother was a model and she always says you should wear heels because it stops you being round-shouldered, keeps your tummy in and everything. And I know. And I can't bear them at any cost. I cannot bear them. They kill my feet. I have to tell you a secret, though, girls. The thing is, you see, when I was born, I had webbed feet. I was a duck. I'm a great swimmer. But the trouble is, well, yes, it's made my feet like that. So I had them cut, but I've still got duck feet. So, you know, to do that, it's really hard. So to put your feet in little tight, widdly, diddly shoes...
you must be crackers. Just put on my bill. As you can see. But I do like to wear high heels now and again. I think sometimes if you're going out and you're going somewhere nice, you've got a nice dress on, it makes an outfit, doesn't it? It just makes it. I know sometimes if I'm going out somewhere and I've got a dress, I just say, well, put those shoes on, not the nice higher ones. I don't know what you think is going to happen. And if I say no, I won't go with these shoes, you go, oh, I have to wear pumps with it. You go, no, we'll change the outfit then.
Hey. I do think men like high heels, though, don't they? They think it's sexy.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of men like wearing high heels, because they like to know what we feel.
Okay. I must admit, I like it. I mean, Steve's tall, which I really like, because I'm fairly tall, and it is quite nice to... You know, when you're wearing them, not feel like you have to sort of hunch over a wee bit. If you're with someone who's a little bit smaller than you, it's quite nice. But like you say, you do, stand up. But I prefer rather than stilettos. I like these, like wedges, because then you get. I can run in these. I can dance all night. But if there's anything else kind of on the card, you can't see it for a stiletto. Wedges don't really do it.
What do you mean, Angela?
What do you mean? What's there on the card? Keep your stillies on.
Oh,
yeah. No, because it lifts your backside and your legs look longer. You don't enjoy it because you can't do it, but there you go. Now, if you want to join in the Loose Chat today, you can. Just log on to the Loose Women Forum and have your say. You'll find it at our website, itv.com/loosewomen. Now, Davina McCall has revealed in an interview that she and husband Matthew had counselling to help them through a rough patch in their relationship. She said that she liked to talk through problems, but he didn't, often walking off. She reveals that every time we'd start talking, it would lead to a row. We needed a mediator to say, hang on, let Matthew talk. Right, Davina, your turn. And for them, it worked. But how hard have you found it to talk to your man about problems in your relationship? And would you ever ask a third party for help? Well, actually, I have before, yeah, because, I mean, everybody goes through ups and downs about the relationships, and sometimes we'll have a row. And obviously Jeff hasn't learnt that I'm right. So, that's normally the basis of the problem. If you just accepted you men that we are right, then it'd be fine. There'd be no argument. But so he's quite good at it. He will say, after about 3 days have gone by, and there's that atmosphere where we're not talking, because we're both very stubborn. And so we're quite one of us. So, if we've not been talking for a little while, I don't like atmospheres going on at home, because it's not fair on everybody concerned. But, so he will say, okay, I think we need to talk about this. But a friend came up, that's my dear friend of mine, and obviously, little niggly things were happening, we weren't talking, but yeah, funny little things, all like that, and it was leading up to round. She sat down and said, well, you two just shut up. Because sat down and started saying, right, come on, use it. And it really helped, so I can understand what she's saying. That there's need for somebody else there to say, wait a minute, Jill, you're not always right. Obviously, I've lost her friendship now. You're not always right. Let's say today. So I let him have his 1 minute, and then I go to my 15.
I don't think men do talking parts. I think that's what the problem is. They don't like it. They don't want to. You know, they'd rather go to the pub or go to the wherever. And I think that's the problem. They don't want to do it. And they think that we try and make them do it. I mean, I had a relationship where if there was an argument looming, it was just nothing. Absolutely nothing. A smirk. Ooh. And that is worse, because I would get so wound up and eventually just explode. And the only person it's hurting is me. And it took me a long time to think, do you know what? I can't be bothered. I won't bother then. Which, of course, is the end of the relationship, if you get to that part, girls, which you won't, of course. But the thing is, I don't think they do, and I just don't think they don't want an argument. They don't want nagging. They don't want any of that. They just want to be left alone. Thank you very much.
I must say, I kind of agree with you in terms of, you know, some men are like that, but not all. I mean, Steve, if anything, he's the one that he's always trying to get me to talk. It's actually me that clams up. Because, and I'm a big bottler. I'm more of a, no, it's fine. And well, I'm a bit like my mum in that, you know, everything's fine, it's all fine, and then one little tiny thing that happens and I go, you didn't put the seat down in 1994! And it all comes out, where has that come from? Tears of anger!
You do tend to inherit certain things from your parents, like you were saying, you're a bit like your mum, and I always went to someone like my dad. Now, my dad was a sulker. He could put my mother through hell. But one of my partners that I ended up with, thinking, oh no, who that is, was the exact replica. So we used to walk on eggshells, but then we were comfortable with that. We actually thought, well, that's fine because that's what we knew. So any nice man that came along, I was like, oh no, I don't know how to handle this. What do we do that for? But I think, you know, you just have to break the pattern. And men are a bit like cavemen. They don't like confrontation. They would rather you just get on with it. So I think, I know, but I think a man with a hobby like golf, sheds, allotments, I think bring it on, because I think women and men get on much better when there's a bit of a distance, and then they can come back.
I can see you with a caveman.
Yeah.
I can picture that, can you? This man sitting there, James, you me up. Jamie drives up my head, going, yes, let me put the heels on. Hang on a minute.
What about, you know, going back to the original point, what about counselling? Do you think that may have helped you in the past? Is that something that you would have...
I think that would help him, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some talk, even, it doesn't have to be a counsellor, just someone...
call it a referee.
Yeah. I think sometimes, because you do get so into this relationship and pattern forming and all that, and it is sometimes like the other one can't get their points across. And sometimes you just have to back off and let somebody
Well, it'd be nice to have, you know, someone in the middle, just to, like you say, you know, blow the whistle and go, enough, right, your turn. You have 30 seconds starting from now, and you're right. But just for 30 seconds, and then she can talk.
Yeah. I went to a counsellor once, but she couldn't get a word in, so she got rid of me.
Oh, you know, I went to one once. For 1 second, she fell asleep. She bored. Okay, stop it. Time for a final break, but don't go away or nod off, because we've got chat from pop star turned MasterChef hopeful Claire Grogan, and we've got music from the wonderful Paul Heaton. But before all that, here's who's joining the Loose Lineup tomorrow.
What a good place to be. So